Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another kind of DIY gardening video. I haven't done one of these in a while. Last summer when I moved into my new place, I did all these new like boxes and hanging baskets, but those have since been retired. They've been canceled, darling, and now we have to redo them for the springtime / early summer. So let's get into the video. So for what I'm thinking, since my cottage in the hills is brown and white, I'm thinking of going more neutral palette this season because I do have a lot of freshly planted roses, which you guys will see in a new episode of the outdoor version of Unmess My Nest. I overhauled the entire backyard, which I'm still working on, but that'll be coming out shortly in a few weeks. So I kind of want to go neutral and do more whites. I was thinking let's do all white baskets, and I think that'll be really pretty when they're grown, just in the contrast of the brown house. We're here at Armstrong Gardens in LA. There's a bunch of them all over LA. You can go anywhere. You can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever's really around you, and Ace Hardware. They have like a bunch of assortments of plants. So we're gonna get a bunch of plants here and then get some soil, and we're gonna head home and I'm gonna show you how to plant everything and how they all turn out. All right, guys, I am back now from the garden. Oh my God, my coffee. I'm back now from the garden center. So let me show you what I got. But first off, come look at these shoes.
What are those? You guys, I accidentally put bleach in the washer because I was washing white sneakers and these were in there. I didn't notice, but I also didn't think it would strip all the color off of this because I thought it was this material, nylon or whatever. But I kind of live for them. It kind of matches my shirt a little bit. I'm not mad. These are like my yard shoes. Also, Monty is here on deck having a sumptuous lunch in her slow feeder because she's a crackhead. You guys saw this. I used it in my first week with the puppy video, tips and tricks. It slows her down, like she'll take 15-20 minutes to eat now. Good girl, but she's getting so big. I gave her a deep conditioning treatment on her coat and she's so pretty. She's serving me Kardashian vibes with the silky hair. Okay, so plants, this is what we got. I got some petunias, some white petunias. These are great, they bloom all season long. These are trailing petunias. These are for my baskets. Oh, what is the name of these? I forget every season. Oh, these are Cosmos, but I said I was gonna only get all white. These have some white in them, but they're these really pretty like antique brick, and it just goes with all the colors in my house and on the outside. Some white, what is this? Not Narcissus. Alyssum. I have these all over I literally have some right here in this pot. These smell like honey. They're beautiful. They bloom all season long. They can get a little wild, so I like to trim them, but they're really, really pretty, just these dainty white flowers. I got some potato vines in this dark purple for the baskets. This is for the shady pot. This is Lamium White Nancy. I thought it was really pretty. It has these little white flowers eventually. Some Impatience. So these ones are for the shade, but they also have Sun Patience, which are constantly blooming. They come in a bunch of different colors and you really can't kill these. This is also a shade plant. It's called Bugleweed. Thought it was really pretty. I got some creeping thyme to plant in my backyard where these stones are. And this also will have some really pretty pink flowers. Got some soil. And then I got 2 roses. This is a Floribunda. Floribunda is basically like a bountiful variety. It has so many blooms, as you can see. It's full. And it's this really pretty color right here. Twilight Zone. I'm gonna pot that. And then I got this one. I thought this peach rose was so pretty. And I just saw the name. Triggered! Rest in peace in memoriam. My ex-husband. Yeah, but we're gonna get to planting. So when you're planting here in LA, it's kind of cloudy, a little part sun. You just wanna have good potting soil. You wanna have some compost or manure or like a good fertilizer, and just have fun with it. So I have my baskets from last year. I'm gonna take out all that old soil and dead flowers, and then I'm gonna line the pots, because last season I did not line them. I need to line them with plastic so the water stays, because I was watering it like every day and it would be bone dry and it was just a nightmare. And once the dirt is really, really dry, it's very hard to water them properly unless you take them down, let them sit in water so they really absorb it, because like the soil is so dry, it doesn't want to really take any, it just like repels off. So we're not going to do that this year. Somebody suggested that last year in the video, but I completely forgot. I've done it before, but I was rushing. Okay, Gorge, so we have our little hanging pot here. This is made out of coconut husks, so it is porous. The water is gonna go through it, so that's why I have this little trash bag to create a liner. I just cut a trash bag in half and then in half again, and I placed it in here, and then I'm gonna trim it around the edge, and then I'm gonna tuck it in behind the soil once it's planted. This is literally just a contractor hefty bag, so that's what I'm using. You can poke a couple holes in here. I'm not going to because I'm not too worried about drainage since it gets super hot here in LA in the summer. Yeah, you don't have to like buy liners or anything. You just use a little trash bag moment. So we have our all-purpose soil, potting soil. This is the brand that I'm using, Dr. Earth. And then I also have by the same brand a little compost. You don't have to use compost. And then I also have a little rose and flower fertilizer. They just get really hungry when you're first planting them. So you mix that all up in here just with your hands, and then you're gonna wanna pat it down like so, and then you can get to planting. All right, can you guys see? Now comes the fun part. So I actually trimmed the plastic before because I thought it might be a little hard to trim it when the plants are in the way. So I'm gonna take my trailing petunia, just like so. I'm gonna break apart the roots a little bit just to promote new growth. You can do that with your fingers. Also, wear gloves, don't be like me, because then my nails are gonna be so gross after this. I'm gonna have to scrub them. So I like to just plant it at an angle on one side, kind of like so. It doesn't have to be fully in the dirt. I'd say like 90%. You can leave a little so the roots can breathe, and then just tuck the soil around it so it's nice and firmly planted. And then do the exact same thing with the other one. Break apart the roots. Like this, like so, like that. I think this liner is also gonna help them grow better because they won't be like dying of thirst. I also left a little room. I didn't fill the soil completely to the top because I want the water to actually go in, but you can put some like mulch on top of it if you live in a super hot area just to keep some of that moisture in. And then I'm gonna go in with my little black tie sweet potato vine, shake off that extra dirt, and then I'm gonna do the same thing, but plant them on the opposite side so they trail down and have all the space that they need to grow. And those are gonna be really pretty. They're just gonna cascade down, and they grow about like 2 to 3 feet if you don't trim them, but you can trim them just with scissors. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more compost because I didn't add enough soil in here. And then I'm gonna take my alyssum, which smells so nice. You guys can see these. And I'm gonna plant these in between the potato vines and the petunias. And these will also grow really large. And during the growing season, you can fertilize them with just like whatever fertilizer you want. You can do Miracle Grow like once a week if you want them to grow really big, or you can just do like a powder fertilizer every other month or every 2 months while they're growing, and that'll just promote more growth and more blooms and keep them all healthy and happy. Since these are gonna be hanging, you're not really gonna see what's in the middle, but to just make them look more full, I'm gonna take 2 of these like plain petunias right here, and I'm gonna plant them. These aren't trailing or anything, but they'll give you that like bushy effect. I love petunias, but also these ones, you need to like clean them almost. Like when the flowers die, you can't see it on this one, but when the flowers die, they dry up and they're brown. You just want to pinch the tops, and that promotes new growth. I don't mind doing that, like if I'm out, if I'm having like my morning tea or something, but it can get a little annoying. TBH. Orange. And this one, I think, is done. Pretty. It's gonna look so nice when it's all grown in. Okay, but these look so cute. I'm kind of obsessed that they're all the same. I don't know, I'm digging the neutral minimalist vibe. So I'm gonna water these and then hang them. Don't mind the grass. The puppies created some spots. Those will be fixed later on in the season. But yeah, they look really pretty. Okay, taking a little break from planting, I have a tiny DIY that I saw actually on my friend Drew's channel, who is Lone Fox here on YouTube. So I have these old pots from my first house with my ex from like 2014. They were super trendy. It's a ceramic glazed pot. It's a really pretty blue color. They were super expensive, but I haven't used them since because they didn't go really with the vibe of our second house or my new house now. And I'm very big into the whole minimal look. And I've always been into terracotta, so I found this spray paint on Amazon and he did a little DIY, so I'm taking a little of his lead with this. Let me show you guys. So this is the pot. As you guys can see, I have brick inside and outside of my house. And this is the pot. It's just not really in style anymore. I don't like the blue. The blue doesn't go with anything here, but this is the spray paint by Rust-Oleum, American Accents Terracotta Fine Textured Finish. It creates a sun-baked beauty of clay indoor and outdoor, ideal for wood, metal, masonry, wicker, unglazed ceramics, plaster, and clay. So I cleaned this off, dusted it off. I'm gonna give this a coat. It's gonna need 2 coats. I put a little trash bag underneath. If it's windy, don't do it near the house. I don't mind because I'm surrounded by brick. Plus it's gonna be fine. Hold it for like 7 inches from here. So let's put on the first coat.
just gonna get into it. So the first coat is obviously gonna be a little sheer, but you can go right into it for the second coat like a few minutes later. But that's good for a first coat. Look at that coverage, it's really, really good. So I'm gonna go all the way around and then I'm gonna come back for the second coat. First coat doesn't look bad. We're gonna go in now for the second coat and this should do it. You should only really need 2 coats. Also, you don't wanna forget to do the inside rim just up to where the glaze finishes and then you can just top it off with some more soil. And never go too close. Always go in like very, very smooth strokes because if you go in too close, you're gonna have drip marks. I don't have any because I perfected it. Also, you definitely wanna wear a mask when you're doing this, especially if you haven't done it before. I'm not, but that's because I'm a pro, babes. Wow, look at her. Second coat is done. Everything looks gorgeous, honestly. I love the texture on it. When this dries, it'll have the same texture as terracotta. You can kind of see it. I feel stupid because this is probably what it originally looked like before it was, you know, painted and glazed, but oh well, she's back. So if you are new to pots or you're kind of investing for your house, always go with a neutral color like terracotta or white or gray or like a charcoal or a black because those will last and they really won't go out of style. I always get like crazy colors and now years later I'm learning my mistakes. But this is a great product. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. So it takes about an hour to fully dry, 1 to 2 hours to fully dry and handle, and then 15 minutes dry to touch. So you're gonna need at least 15 minutes for it to dry. You can do a second coat within minutes of it laying down, but yeah, I'm excited to see how they dry and turn out. Before I show you guys the final little mini reveal of all the flowers, I got a little crazy with some spray paint. I had some left over from when I was spray painting pine cones matte black for the James Charles holiday decor makeover video. If you guys haven't watched that, it's right here and the link will be down below. You guys can watch it, it's really good. But I had some leftover spray paint and I have these old lanterns from like 4 years ago that were kind of rusted but not in a cute way. So let me show you what I did. Okay, so you can see the original color here. It's kind of rusted through, but I had this ultra matte black spray paint by Rust-Oleum, which is the same brand. And look at the girls, they are brand new. They got new wigs and just look how, so satisfying, watch. Wow, if only we could do this to my life right now. Cover all that depression up, babe. This is the finished product. It's a little wet right now because I just watered everything, but it looks so real. It's showing up a little more orange toned on camera, but this is a natural terracotta and I'm sure that this won't age the same way because it's a spray paint, but it is beautiful. I'm obsessed with her. And this is that part shade little flower basket that I did with the Impatience. Beautiful. I'm obsessed with these little purple flower moments. These are those 2 other ones with the antique looking cosmos. They're beautiful. And these hanging petunias that I also put in the baskets are just gonna overflow and look really beautiful. And then we have our beautiful hanging baskets. There's 3 of those. Those are gonna grow and look stunning. Those black lanterns, oh my God, they turned out so good. I don't know if I'm gonna put twinkle lights in them or just like a little candle, but I'm obsessed. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little floral DIY makeover springtime video full of joy. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, leave a comment down below. Let me know your favorite floral moment going on in this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. I still don't have an outro, so this is the outro. I love you so much. Make this world a better place, and make sure to leave things prettier than when you found them. I'll see you in the next video. I love you so much. Bye!